I asked Chat GPT if I could make cookies out of a few specific ingredients that I just have in my kitchen, because I like just making things of what I already have in my kitchen. And I asked to use matzo meal, oat flour, maple syrup, dark chocolate. What else did I ask? Oh, vegan butter, and that's it. And then I asked it gave me a specific recipe with every ingredient I asked and how much to use and how to bake it. And then I put maybe half the recipe because it was a lot. And then I put, can you half it again? And it did it, and it gave me the whole recipe for the half, and it changed the baking time. But then I was also like, wait, but what about salt and spices? Other things I just have in my kitchen. I wrote in, would it be better if I added salt and spices? And it said yes, and it revised the recipe for me. It added salt and some cinnamon and things like that, which was exactly what I was thinking. I have cinnamon, I have nutmeg, fennel, anise, cloves, some of those yummy spices. So I think I'm gonna add some of those spices in. But then otherwise, I'm gonna make the recipe that Chat GPT gave me exactly as it gave me. And we're gonna see how they come out. This should be fun. First, I added maple syrup and the vegan butter together because it kind of said to cream those two together first. And I used oat milk butter. And then I accidentally started adding my cake meal. Whoops, oh no, that was my bad. So then I creamed together a little bit of cake meal with the maple syrup and the butter. And then I added the rest of the cake meal after. And then I added the oat flour here, mixed that together, and I realized that it was looking very dry. Very dry. But I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna move on. So I added the dark chocolate. I used Trader Joe's Uganda dark chocolate. And I added the quarter tablespoon of salt, the cinnamon. I added some mace, which is like nutmeg, and anise, which gives it a little bit of a licorice flavor. Mix that up. It was still really dry. So I asked ChatGPT, what can I do to moisten it? So it basically said you can add a small amount of water. So I added 2 tablespoons of water, mixed that up. That was still feeling dry, so I added 2 more tablespoons of water. I realized I don't even know what the texture or consistency of cookie dough should be, so I asked ChatGPT that. Said it should be kind of firm enough to hold its shape, but soft enough to be easily scooped. And I thought I got to a place where it looked good. But then I just kind of double-checked with ChatGPT and was like, I added 4 tablespoons of water. Does that sound right? ChatGPT thought it sounded like a little too much, maybe. But I think it was good. It gave a good consistency, so I just went with that, and I started making my cookie dough balls. I had 4 at first, but they seemed big, so then I changed it to 6. But then I also asked, how many is this supposed to make? And it said 6 to 8, so I was like, oh, okay, good. 6 cookies sounds good. Put them in the oven at 350, like ChatGPT said, and I set the timer for about 12 minutes. But I wanted to know what the nutritional value was of 6 cookies and to see if ChatGPT would get it right. So it said 107 calories. So I broke that down on my own to see what it would be. ChatGPT was right. I got about 105 calories per cookie. You can see here, these are the done cookies. The bottom is pretty, a nice brown color. I broke one apart so you can see the inside consistency. It's pretty it's not as soft and mushy as I would like, but it was good. It was moist inside. They're actually not bad. They're pretty light. They're pretty light and not super sweet. Actually not bad. I would give these maybe a 7 out of 10. Although I did have to add the water. The dough on its own was way too dry. And they're still not too wet from adding 4 tablespoons, even though ChatGPT said that 4 tablespoons might be way too much water. They're okay. I encourage you to try this out with ingredients that you have in your kitchen. let Chat GPT know what ingredients you have that you want to make into cookies, see how they come out, and let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to get notifications when new videos come out.